Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, you're gonna be so excited because you guys have been asking for a drugstore makeup tutorial. Well, I've done and gone to the drugstore haul for y'all and the tutorial. So, if you want to see what I did last night for 5 hours in the Target and the CVS, keep watching. I'm about to go in here and make all my purchases. I'm gonna do a haul video for you, then I'm gonna do a tutorial. Been in Target for 2 hours. And $250 later. In the words of a brand I just purchased a lot of, you're worth it. Let me just tell you a little bit about my journey with the drugstore makeups. So, I don't use a ton of drugstore products in a lot of my looks because I'm not that familiar with drugstore products. So y'all have actually introduced me to a whole new world, which is why I had to scour the internet, watch all of my favorite YouTubers hauls on these things, and do a lot of research and testing of these drugstore products before I could do a full haul and a full tutorial for you guys. And I've always been preaching to the choir that if you spend more money on makeup, it's better makeup. And in a lot of instances, that's true. However, that's just me eating my words. Because a lot of this stuff was the same. I'm really embarrassed for all the times that I said that. This is going to be kind of a haul / first impression. Short first impressions. Okay. So, I'm going to start with the face. So, I started with primers. Now, primers is something that I'm pretty specific about, so I was kind of nervous about the drugstore primers. I've got the Master Prime by Maybelline and the NYX Angel Veil. I've been using the Angel Veil. I'll tell you my first impression of this. So, when I first started using this, it was a white primer, which I don't typically like. You really have to rub this primer in. However, this is a really, really great primer. Now, it is going to run you $15, which I was really surprised by the drugstore prices. They were a lot higher than I thought. I felt like drugstore makeup should be $5, but it was $15. Okay, so for foundations, I did a ton of research about this, and I actually got 2 different ones. So first, I got the Maybelline Fit Me, and then I got the L'Oreal True Match. The Maybelline Fit Me was $5.99, which I felt like was a good price for foundation. So, of course, I got multiple ones. What else? So, I used the Maybelline Fit Me on my face, several times since I've gotten it. And this, I'm proud to say, has really impressed me and is a really great foundation. Super surprised. Super surprised. I also, like I said, I got the True Match. I got the shade N3 in this one. I really like this. This one is a lot more lightweight. I really like a really full coverage foundation. I really like this, and this is a great out the door makeup, but this one's gonna run you about $8.99. So for the price, I really like the Fit Me. Okay, so next is concealer. I'm really excited to talk about this product. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I got the shade 20 and 15. As you can see, they're kind of, one's a little bit more pink tone, one's a little bit more yellow tone, so I mix them. And I am very impressed with this concealer. Concealers that was a hard one for me. I used a lot of different concealers and I didn't really like them. These are comparable to any sort of cream concealer. Chanel has a really good one, NARS has a really good one, Bobbi Brown has a really good one, and these are definitely comparable, and they're $5.50. So, okay y'all, I got a lot of powder. And let me just say, if there's something that I'm not really impressed with at the drugstore, it's powders. Powders was a real tough category for me. So let me show you what all I got. So I got the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I heard a lot of good stuff about this. This is the matte and poreless. And I set the lighter areas where I put the concealer and stuff like that. And this is pretty good. I would say it's not as good as a higher end powder. This is one of the products, like I said, that I would take a higher end over a lower end. I also got this e.l.f. Face powder. e.l.f. is really, really inexpensive. So I wanted to use some e.l.f. products. That's okay. I got the e.l.f. Under Eye Setting Powder, which I was very impressed with, and it's really cheap. It's a few dollars. And I'm a firm believer in setting your under eye concealer after you do it. So this was really, really good. I was really surprised. I also got the Master Fix. This is from Maybelline, and I'm real big about loose setting powders, especially in the summertime. So I was really impressed with this one. This one's comparable to like my NARS Crystal or my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I wouldn't say I like it as much as my Laura Mercier translucent powder, but it definitely does the job. You know what I'm saying? So I got this NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. So I'm a firm believer that everybody needs a contour palette. Like, even if you don't know how to contour, let me teach you. So this is a really good palette. I actually like this palette better than the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder contour palette, because let me tell you why. The Anastasia Beverly Hills is really chalky. This works. It's a little bit creamier, and for a contour palette, a lot of times you're covering up that contour anyway, so you really just need it for the color. And these colors are great, and they have the ashy colors, they have the warm colors. So this is on my face right now. I'm real impressed with this, real impressed with it. Let me just tell you about something that I found that I'm so excited about. I was talking to somebody today for like 30 minutes, and I kept on thinking about this butter bronzer. I'm sorry if you're the person that I was talking to today. Like, I did not mean to think about butter bronzer the whole time, but I'm so impressed with this product. Okay, so this is Physicians Formula. It's called Butter Bronzer. And I was like, what the butter bronzer? Like, really? I don't want a creamy bronzer. It's a dream. It's a dream. So I got light, and then I went back and I got the medium shade too at the CVS because I couldn't stop thinking about it. I'm so impressed, and it smells like the beach and vacations. This may be one of my favorite makeup products that I've ever used. Like, I don't know why I'm so giddy. I'm very giddy talking about a bronzer right now because I'm so happy about this bronzer. Okay, maybe you should pause my video, go to your local CVS or Target, purchase one of these, and then me and you can talk. Now let's talk about the highlighters I got. So there were a lot of highlighting options, and I feel like highlighter is probably something that's fine, comparable, like drugstore quality. So I got this Physicians Formula. That's what I have on right now. I'm real pleased with it. I used just the first few blocks, and I feel like it's comparable to my Becca highlighter, so I was really, really happy with that. Okay, and then I got these. I got these True Match Lumi. They're by L'Oreal, Liquid Glow Illuminators, and they say prime and highlight. I would not prime your dang face with a highlighter unless you want to look like a strobe in the night, but whatevs. Whatever floats your boat. So I got two different colors. I got the C301, which is called Ice. And then I got the N201, which is called Rose. I don't know why all these drugstore makeups have to have like 9 different names, but whatevs. I'm fine with it. So I mixed the ice and the rose, and it kind of gives a pretty like rose gold glisten. Glisten. So for blush, I got the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blush, and I got the shade 20, which is Vibrant. And it's just a good solid like summer blush, and it's what I have on right now just for a pop of color. I really like this blush. It's definitely comparable. I was kind of surprised though. I was really thinking like blushes and stuff like that were gonna be like $3, and they're more like $7.99. So drugstores, what you be doing? Stop jacking that price up, or put it in Sephora. Like, what? Let's talk about eyebrows. I was wrong again. There is an eyebrow pencil out there that is not the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. That is really good. Say hello to the NYX Micro in taupe. Almost identical to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. Now, the only thing I would say, when this goes on, and maybe it's because it was new too, it's almost like, you know when you have those pencils that kind of seem a little bit waxy, like whenever you're using them at first? This seemed like that for a while, but then as I kept on using it, I like it truly just as much as the Anastasia Brow Wiz. What is happening to me? What is happening to me? And then of course I fill my brows in with the powder typically. So this is the NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder, and it's in the color Blonde. And it was awesome too. Now I don't like that dang brush, and I don't like any of these dang brushes and all these things. Like, I'm not trying to put something on with like a square round box brush. You're never gonna get a smooth application with a square round box brush trying to apply your bronzer. Like, unless you have a face that's this small and like want to get a little tiny. Like, no. So you do need to get some good brushes, but Anyways, eyebrow products, hugely impressed. Okay, now let's talk about an eye primer. I got this e.l.f. Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer, and I'm actually really happy with that too. So it goes on, it's got a little stick. This is the sheer version. So it goes on, and it's not like the soft ochre and the paint pots that I typically use where you see like a color. This is more like sheer. And whenever I put it on at first, it was creamy, and I was like, oh, this thing ain't gonna work. No wonder it's $3. And then like I kept on wearing it, and I was like, oh, eating your words again. I hope they taste good. I hope those words are on the whole 30. Okay, so next, shadows. So I went a little bit crazier in the shadow department. So I went ahead and I got the e.l.f. shadow. This one just had some colors that looked typical to the colors that I typically use, with the nude and then the transition color and then the kind of darker chocolatey, almost burgundy color. So I got that one. Then I got a palette that I really love, and it reminds me of the Ultra Mattes from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So this palette was a little bit pricier, so this one was like closer to $20, but you get a bunch of different colors for a bunch of different looks. So this is the Sonia Kashuk palette, and as you can see, you get a bunch of these like light shades, you get a bunch of transition shades, and then you get a bunch of the dark shades, and you can do so many different eyes with this look. So that's what I have on my eyes today, and I'm very impressed. Then I just decided to get into gold glitter. I don't know, just on a whim. I don't know. I've never really worn gold glitter before. Just kidding, I wear gold glitter every day. So the Wet n Wild was like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, thank you for creating this for me. So this is brass, and I think it's gonna be the most beautiful thing ever. This is one of the ones that I haven't used, but you best believe I'm gonna be rocking this at the swimming pool this summer. Okay, so after I had the love affair with the Physicians Formula, the bronzer butter, I just really took a liking to that section. So I found these eyeshadows. So this is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips Custom Eye Enhancer Shadow and Liner. There ain't no liner in here, it's just shadow, just between you and I. The box says different, but Extreme Shimmer Palette. And I really love shimmer for the summer. I love like a shimmer lid with just a shimmer lid. And it had these pretty rose golds and these pretty golds and these pretty silvers. So I like to do that a lot of times on my lid. So as you can see, that's what I'm wearing right now. I've mixed like a few of the shades. I'll show you guys in my tutorial. But yeah, so I got real into this Physicians Formula, which like, what kind of name is Physicians Formula for a brand of makeup? I mean, I wish I knew a physician that was focused on makeup, but like, I feel like there's more important things that they're focused on. But whoever the physician is that came up with this formula, hey, I really love your work. Okay, so next let's talk about eyeliner. So I got two different eyeliners. I got the NYX Gel Liner, and then I got the Maybelline Lasting Drama by Eye Studio in black. So I've heard a lot about this eyeliner, and I just would not part ways with my Bobbi Brown gel liner or my Sigma, which I still like those two. But this is what I'm wearing right now. And this Maybelline eyeliner is so good. As good as the Bobbi Brown gel. Dang you. Dang you for making me do this. Chowing down on my words. And also too, I wanted to try this because this weekend in New York, the makeup artist that was doing Sean's makeup one day was using this and said that it was just as good as the Bobbi Brown. So I was like, no, it is not. Then I scampered off to go and get it so I could see for myself, and I was wrong. Okay, so this is the NYX Gel Liner and Smudger. This is also really good, but I prefer the Maybelline. The Maybelline is like $10, which I think it should be $5, but nobody at the Target asked me about price points. All right, now let's move on to mascara. Now, clearly I don't need as much mascara as the normal everyday woman walking on the street because I have layers on layers on layers of lash extensions. However, it is always important to have a good mascara. I would say if anything that you need for the summer, find a good mascara. And a lot of these I got, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. A lot of these I got two of so that I could like keep trying it out, so that's why this isn't open. Oh. Excessive. Okay, so this is the Voluminous Carbon Black. It's like $5 and something, so I feel like that's a good price because mascara is something that you're gonna need to keep rebuying, especially if you cake it on like me. So That's the mascara. Okay, and then last but not least, lips. So you guys know lips are something that I will use a lower end product on, or like back in the past. I use a lot of NYX stuff and I really love their stuff. So I want to get their new stuff that's out. So they have this ombre lip duo and I'm really into the ombre lips right now. This is Freckles and Speckles. And right now, I don't know if I have on the freckles side or the speckle side, or if they're even like named per side, but basically I have on this side. I put on this one with this one like throughout the week this week, and I really like them together, but I wanted to do this like really soft kind of summery look right now, so I just put on this lighter side. And then I got some of the butter glosses. Now, I've had the butter glosses before. Like I've had the, there's a really like hot poppy pink that I have, but I want to get some more neutral shades because in reality I'm wearing like a nude or pink all day every day. So these are the butter glosses. I got creme brulee and fortune cookie, which being on the Whole30 right now, I really like to put something called creme brulee and fortune cookie onto my lips. Okay, and then lastly, from the drugstore, I got just a few more things. I got these makeup wipes to try. I've been using the MAC makeup wipes and some from Sephora. So these are just the CVS makeup removing towelettes for effective removal and gentle cleansing. And then I got me a set of 3 razors because I'm going to shave my face. Remember, you can shave your face if you're a girl, but you have to shave like downwards and just lightly and really dainty. And it says brow trim and shape, not like shave your whole face if you're a girl, but we make our own rules. And then I've been seeing how a lot of makeup peeps and hair peeps are putting this coconut oil on their hair. So they say it really conditions your scalp, softens your hair, softens your weave, in my case. So I'm gonna see if they're right. So that concludes my drugstore haul and first impressions. And I know I'm like joking around about how much time I spent in the Target and how much money I spent, but I'm actually really, really happy that I did this video and that I got all of these products, because I found like a lot of products that I'm actually gonna incorporate into my makeup looks from here on out. And it's also really important to me to be able to find you guys affordable options so that you guys can do these looks and recreate what I show you guys on my channel. So I hope you guys loved this video. I worked real hard on it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you haven't, and come back soon for the drugstore full face tutorial. Thanks for watching.